So yesterday I was involved in a meeting where we needed to look for metrics within an existing project called Evolve, which is designed to enable our sales force across the business to change the culture and change the way we approach sales, identifying the need before actually kind of going in there and trying to sell them a device. So we're selling them their needs really, which is quite a new approach for us. So we needed to be able to pull metrics from that. At the moment, the only metrics we have gathered and recorded are actual metrics from the initial session, so how well the actual session and the delivery and the current learning styles was received. We decided to use a Kirkpatrick model for this. Shortly into this process, I've kind of pushed back and said, is it worth us creating a feedback framework for every project that we do? So every item of learning that comes across, so every learning event that comes out of our department across the business, we need to capture, and we need to have access to those 4 levels of feedback in Kirkpatrick. So what we set out to do yesterday, we achieved and used. So there was myself and 2 other colleagues from my team, so similar roles, and we have successfully put together a generic framework where level 1, we have the questions are broad enough, but also we'll still make sure that we get the right feedback from them, broad enough to be used in any learning situation. So the initial kind of course critique forms will be kind of revised so we can use them across the board. The second level of feedback, we have created some auto-generate feedback forms through our M+ learning system, where we are looking for the implementation of learning. So it's a retrospective kind of reflection gathering survey where we're asking the learner, on reflection of what you learned on the workshop a week ago, for example, how have you started to, or how have you begun to implement that into your daily role? The third level of feedback for each and every learning event will be that the capture will be put through into our performance management process, where on a 6-monthly but also interim monthly basis, leaders sit down with their individual employees and discuss the behaviours and skills and development and whatnot since the last meeting. On that page, it will be learning undertaken recently, and please provide any evidence, or can you please give us any examples where you have implemented and how that has changed your way of working or improved your way of working. Also, how it has supported you in the achieving of your company set objectives, which is also kind of starting to gain a bit of a return on investment for us as a learning function. Level 4 is whether it actually did what it set out to at the start. So initially, when we have a learning request come through, it's a reaction to a problem within the business. For example, we may have a time management issue within a specific department. We've decided to put some learning together which we think will address this. We deliver it. We decide, kind of try and gather how it's what sort of impact it's had on that department to address that. And then it's the full return on investment, which is the full close of that cycle, is to kind of assess whether that's actually made a difference. So it's given us complete credibility as a complete kind of complete 360 vision from a feedback point of view to the way we're training. Also helps with continuous improvement from that aspect as well. So a great deal of work yesterday, and that's ready to go out across our training team, and it will be the uniform way to gather feedback from the way we deliver training. Further to that would be also kind of assessing us as delivery as well. So from also kind of peer to peer, and also kind of manager to leader to peer, leader to employee as well. So kind of different level to different level. Also somebody who's not involved, such as previously I had some 360-degree feedback from a HRBP who sat in on a performance management workshop with myself, and that was extremely constructive and something that I've recommended that we do across the board. I think this should go towards our critique or part of our criteria, which equates to our performance-related bonus moving forward, which I've also put forward to my leader. So yeah, making headway.